What's up, everybody, and welcome to my review of Raw Night. Real big show tonight. I tell you what, right here, a lot of things happening on the show tonight. First off, we kicked it off with Paul Heyman saying he wanted to resign off of the WWE because of all the sacrifices he made in this business today, what he's done, like creating ECW and pushing young caliber talent, big guys like Brock Lesnar, and being with CM Punk, some as another San Martino with his very lengthy title reign as he teamed before with the next big thing and CM Punk, and he wanted to quit until Punk pretty much came out because he said he wouldn't miss the WWE universe, and Punk tried to come save him because Heyman said the McMahons, you see in this game, it's just the McMahons that control everything they say. And you think it's worse than being screwed at the Royal Rumble? You just think about what's going to happen next. But Punk tried to convince him, telling him he will be the WWE Champion. He will beat The Rock. He will beat The Rock and the McMahons of what they have done to both CM Punk and Paul Heyman. And that was a great promo by Paul Heyman. Make you believe he's gone, but he's still going to be here then. Just pretty much lied through everybody. He's just going to still be here. He never really resigned, I'm assuming. Mark Henry went against Great Khali. Mark Henry pretty much destroyed Great Khali, and I thought it was really good because he beat the fucking shit out of Hornswoggle, and I liked how the crowd kept saying one more time, because they don't give a shit about Hornswoggle, and I think Mark Henry is probably one of the odds-on favorites to win the Elimination Chamber this Sunday at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. So I thought that was really good. Vicky Guerrero was in her office, and Paul Heyman came in there, and she's on the phone with Vince McMahon. And Vince just sounded very sinister on the phone, and Paul Heyman wanted a stipulation. And the stipulation was this: if The Rock gets disqualified or loses by wins by countout, he will automatically lose the WWE title, and CM Punk will be the WWE champ again. And Heyman and Vince McMahon pretty much went with it and pretty much hung up on Heyman. Booker T was in the back talking about the Elimination Chamber, who they were going to get, and Jericho wanted to be in because he was a former six-time world champion, and said he will become the seven-time world champion. And he went against Jericho, which I thought was one of the best matches of the night with Daniel Bryan and Chris Jericho. I really enjoyed that. Daniel Bryan was very aggressive in this match. I liked it. It was a good match. They both could fucking work out there. I really did enjoy the match a lot, especially how Daniel Bryan counted the walls of Jericho into a no-lock, but Jericho won the match with a cold breaker, and Chris Jericho is now in the Elimination Chamber. Yeah, unfortunately, Rey Mysterio took it. I think they just, like, every time Rey Mysterio comes back now, he just gets injured. He comes back probably 2 or 3 weeks and he gets injured. And I feel like they screw over Rey Mysterio a lot. I thought he would have been in this match. John Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus went against 3MB. They pretty much squashed the fuck out of 3MB and hit all their finishers at the same time. And they all got in the mic saying, we're going to get the Shield. If you want some, come get some. Trying to hype up the crowd for this Sunday. Big Show came out. He was pissed. And it's like, well, Big Show's like he's the biggest thing happening, and now he's a fucking joke again. And people like Alex Riley, that surprisingly still works there, and Alex Riley, Yoshi Tatsu left in the back, and Big Show came up there and knocked the fuck out of him, and he got in the ring, he knocked the fuck out of Striker before he said anything, and he stood and looked, and Big Show just left in. So Big Show didn't really do that much. Jack Swagger with this Zeb Coulter guy. He went in Zack Ryder, pretty much won by the Patriot Act or the ankle lock. And the Zeb Coulter dude got on the mic, talk about Americans, that America isn't what it used to be, everyone's lazy, you're not like what he was in Vietnam with Jack Swagger's fight. Honestly, I've never seen this motherfucker in a day of my life, this Zeb Culture dude. This is a big turn to this whole American thing with Jack Swagger, because they asked me before, you need to change up his fucking look. This whole American thing was getting old. This was a big kind of swerve on us to know what happened right here. So this was a very big change with the whole Jack Swagger and American thing, and Booker T put him in the match, so he's in the Elimination Chamber also. God, it's beard. His mustache looked weird though, I thought. Miz went against Cody Rhodes. Pretty much nobody won. It was a DQ. Cesaro attacked Miz. And I like how Cesaro just pretty much like did like a giant swing on Miz, just knocking him back and forth across into the barricade. To the barricade and stuff. I really thought that was good. He just knocked him, just slingshot his ass. So it was a unique kind of move. 10-time Brodus Clay went against Primo and Epico. Tentai and them won. I guess try to get Tentai to dance again, and Rosa Mendez tried to interrupt, and Naomi and Cameron pretty much knocked out her. I mean, people say Naomi is the next Kofi Kingston. Like she's like a female version of Kofi Kingston. I've seen a match on Main Event. I checked it out. She could work, but how far would she go? Well, any of the Funkadactyls or whatever. But we'll see what happens with both of them sooner or later. Moving on. The Shield, or the Joker, hit the ring. Dean Ambrose, and saying, and Seth Rollins said, "Come get it, you want something?" And talking about this is a decade John Cena showed injustice, and the injustice that all three of them have done, and they will come and get them. And Reigns shouted, "We are the Shield, we are the Shield," telling them just to come on. If you want to fight, come fight the Shield now. It's better than cutting Batman Dark Knight Rises promos last week with Brad Maddox imitating Bane as he talked about justice. But everything went black then, and then pretty much Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus came out, knocking the Shield out of the ring, then chasing them in the crowd. Knock out the Shield. I don't think it made the Shield look that weak. If you ask me, it should have been a 6-man tag Elimination Chamber. Now that would have been more of a smarter idea, better than a 6-man tag with those guys and stuff. But we'll see how the Shield does this Sunday. Alberto Del Rio against Damian Sandow. Sandow came out on the mic talking about the country music people and the Grammys, which a travesty it was, and how country music sucks, which is actually true. And so just pick up trucks and shit. And Del Rio went against him. Del Rio won, hit the cross arm breaker, and he got on the mic talking about he will make it and go to WrestleMania for Mexico, he says. Wade Barrett went against Kofi Kingston after Bo Dallas attacked Wade Barrett. Barrett defeated Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston has been really going down lately. Like, he ain't get a reaction that much anymore. Like, they gotta do something with Kofi. Push him somewhere. He was good as the Intercontinental Champion, but they gotta get Kofi back in there somehow. Usually hype things up, if you ask me, at the time. But Barrett won with the bullhammer, and the ropes just knocked him, so he won that, and like the crowd was kind of dead. Kane went against Dolph Ziggler for the final spot in the Elimination Chamber because Ziggler went back in. Pretty much Kane won the match, then chokeslam after Ziggler knocked AJ out the apron, but Biggie Langston catched her. So Kane is now the final entrant into the Elimination Chamber. They now have all 6 people, which are Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, Chris Jericho, Kane, Jack Swagger, and Mark Henry, all in the Elimination Chamber. So, as we moved on to the end with The Rock, the People's Champ was there, the WWE Champion, and he talked about this city. And Rock cut a promo about when he was 15 and talked about stealing a car from a crackhead in a bar, and he bought it off him. There was another crackhead back there, and he just said, "Hey, get out of here." It was funny. I said he dropped that bitch at McDonald's and went back to that Tootsie Bar and everything at 15 years old. And talk about his first match when he was 25 years old then. But I thought The Rock was really funny, and then Paul Heyman and CM Punk came out and he talked about them, talking about it like a gay Twilight type of thing. The fat werewolf and the crackhead vampire, and they walked onto the ring, and Paul said, "I got your back." And The Rock was just ready to face him. They turned around. CM Punk ran back in, attacked The Rock, rocked him into a spine buster, was going for the people's elbow. Paul Heyman grabbed his legs and knocked him on the ground. CM Punk hit the GTS, and he took the belt up, saying it was his title, telling that story time's over, because this Sunday it'll be reality. and pretty much ending the show right there. Just for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view this Sunday. We'll see what big things gonna happen. Probably gonna be doing some live reactions also. But it was a good show overall tonight. Very hyped up before the Elimination Chamber. All the entrants in, and we're still hyping up the CM Punk versus The Rock for the WWE title at Elimination Chamber. So once again, comment, subscribe. You know it's me, the HOOD. I came and I saw it. I just got done with this review of Monday Night Raw. So once again, you know what I am, you know what I do. Comment, subscribe, keep watching the show, keep the views up, and I'll see you guys later. And this Sunday for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I'm out of here. Peace!